Welcome to Long Stash. Long Stash. Glad to have everybody here. Over there is Ritchie, Long Man Tarot. Lovely, lovely man.
Thank you.
Sandwiched between the two hosts is Chris Butler from Sacred Seed Tarot, or Sacred Tarot.
Sacred Tarot.
That's Sacred Seed is somebody else. Sacred Tarot. Sorry. So, Chris, hi.
Hi, darling. It's lovely to be here. It really is.
Great to have you here. I'm Tarot Stash. Today we are, I'm reminding you to please like, share, and subscribe this video. It's free.
Mm-hmm.
This is for entertainment purposes only. Do not make decisions based upon what we say. Seek professional assistance. Really.
Mm-hmm.
This show is simulcasting on all three of our channels, and all three of our channels are linked below. So there you go. Because
it's the gift that goes on giving, isn't it? Really?
It is. Sometimes I'm an overachiever, and I do this. So, and we are joined right now. We have 33 of the best chatters who are joining us.
Oh, lovely.
So, and Chris, it's been a while since you've been here. What's going on?
It's been a long while. I've sort of had a bit of a monumental year, both personally and work-wise, but I'm still in one piece. And yeah, it's lovely to be back. So yeah, and New Year's sort of got off to a frantic start. So which is that's not a bad thing.
Okay. So, anything new and interesting coming into your life this month?
Finally, after several years, as of the 24th of February, a lot of people will know that I've been working with Ken Payne on a deck and book set called The Oracle of the Hecatean Path. Mm-hmm. Well, it's set to be published on the 24th of February by Lo Scarabeo. Woo! So you've got balloons. I've got balloon envy. How did you do that?
I'm magic.
So yeah, both. I'm really thrilled, and as is Ken, because that's a project that it was finished before the pandemic. It got held up by the pandemic.
Yep.
It's had sort of quite a rocky road to publication, but we're almost there. So I'm waiting for my courtesy copies as we speak. Yes. Oh, you've got tinsel as well.
Yes. And by the way, links to that deck and the videos that you've done about the deck are below.
Yes, because there's the videos. Ken and I have recorded a sort of in-depth walk through the deck.
I love it.
Over a series of 12 videos. So we'll be starting to post those over the coming week. Mm-hmm. And on the run up to the deck's publication. So we are still, we haven't got our courtesy copies yet. They are literally due any day. So I will actually be reading with the deck, but I have my test copy. Ken and I only printed 4 of these off. Nice. So the cards are going to be a bit bigger than this. We've changed a couple of numbers. So, but otherwise it's, yeah. So I'll be pulling some cards from this tonight.
Lovely. Yeah. Ritchie, how are you? What's coming up on your channel?
I am good. I'm planning to celebrate Imbolc this weekend because I haven't had time to do it properly last night. Lots of bits and pieces coming on, but we have to say next week, Gerald and I are back because we're doing our lunar year anniversary. It's our anniversary because that's kind of where our first live wasn't it? Many years ago, and it's kind of become a bit of a kind of birthday rituals that we talk about the new Chinese New Year, which is the dragon. So we got that chat coming up on my channel.
I didn't realize that. Was that your first broadcast together?
Yeah. It was.
The New Year. Oh wow!
And it was only supposed to be an hour, and we must have gone on for about 3.5.
Yes, it was that good. It was the start of all things, Ritchie and Gerald or Long Stash. And so everybody, I encourage you to like and subscribe to all of our channels. I just posted a video asking people for their input on content for my channel in the upcoming months, mostly probably March, starting with March. So I'd love to hear that. I was backstage, I was whining about the poll that I posted on YouTube's community tab, you could only pick one option, and I thought you could pick more than that. You can't. And
Just
I'm
one.
down because I'm coping. Let's say hi to some people, shall we?
Yeah.
And then,
Oh.
so here's what we're going to do. Everybody wait until we're finished talking about Imbolc or Imbolc, and then we will introduce to you the spread that we have, and then how to ask for a reading. So hold off, because we're not doing, we have a specific reading that we're doing. So Kaylee Fogo Pogo celebrated their first Imbolc ever last night. So
Brilliant.
that was exciting. Beautiful. Plucky Heroine is here.
Hi, Plucky.
And Willow Love, good to see you. Grabbing
Hi,
some.
Willow.
Louise is here. Hello. Lady Silver. Hi, Silver. Great to see you. We have Beth, Aspasia Rising.
Hi.
Ange. Hello. Moderators, please be very careful with this one. Not
That
sure.
was the people just asked, can I see them? I can see
I've heard he's very strange.
Well, which is why I like him.
It's kind of one of those disruptive people that you actually sort of, you just block from your lives,
You know me so well.
There you go. And let's see. I see Merita being mentioned. I haven't seen. Moira is here. Hello.
Hi, Moira.
Joyful Journey. Amanda Carroll. Oh, look who's here.
Hi.
Inspiration Psychologist. Jen.
Hi, Jen.
So love it. Here's Madame Maru. Good to see you.
Hi, Madam.
And love the modern pagan intro, Ritchie.
Oh,
I've got title caption envy. I want titles like that. They're rather fabulous.
If only I knew someone that could do that.
Isabel Blue Sapphire is popping in.
Oh.
Hello. And it's great music that was picked for that. So Joyful Journey is saying hi, Chris. And Pixie Lou, 1822. Hello.
Hi.
Jamie, Wandering Mountain Bardic Path has arrived.
Hi, Jamie. And thanks for that lovely comment on the Healing Light Tower. That's made my night.
Yay. Everybody coming in, please hit the like button. Yes. Lots of people haven't met you, Chris, so this is good.
It's lovely to be here, and it'll just be lovely to share with you all.
Yes. Elder Song is here. Hi there, Loving Tarot Stashes necklace. This is Tiger's Eye, so it's all Tiger's Eye. So I love it. Richie's Reach is here. Hello, Richie. Good to see you.
Hi.
Sometimes you're an overachiever. Sometimes. Sheesh. And Barbara Ruth. Hello to Ritchie, Gerald, and Chris.
Hi,
and
Barbara.
I'm at your live, Ritchie.
Good to see you.
Fox with a Book is here. Hello. Catherine is here. Hello. Good to see you.
Hello.
From Canada. There we go. Ramon is here. Good to see you.
Hi,
Thank you. And here you go. Kaylee Fogopogo. I celebrated my false Imbolc last night. I believe Bridget appeared as I felt her touch on my shoulder. There have been things over the years I feel hint that I should work with her. Should I?
Absolutely.
Yes. I think your answer is duh. Sorry.
What a wonderful happening.
Yeah. No, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Of course, I had a finger slip. Yeah, I've never had that happen. Yes, the healing light is my OG favorite. Gives me a fuzzy feeling.
Wonderful.
So,
and I've just noticed that a dear friend of mine is in, Elder Song. That is actually my beloved mate, Richard. Mwah. Love you, darling. Love you to be here. Oh, and Bobby's here as well. Oh,
hello.
Love it.
That's another dear friend. Yeah.
Vanessa S is here. I'm getting caught up in chat. Calla Lizzie, hello. Ethnicity. And Ren is work lurking. Good to see you, Ren.
People, lots of lovely people.
Great to see you. Yeah.
Yeah. And Amanda did a little Imbolc celebration too. Bring on the light. Yes. So, oh, here you go. Seeing a male strong presentation is wonderful. I should be wearing my hairy t-shirt.
You should.
Oh, yeah.
I should be wearing my Meggings.
Not wearing your Meggings? Oh, I'm sorry. We have to end this. Until
I should be wearing my rainbow unicorn t-shirt that Elder Song bought me for Christmas. If I should have realized.
So,
yeah. I shall wear that for the next one.
Hello, Minerva.
Hello. Willow
Love. And let's see. Yep. And Maruda is going on multiple streams. So
actually, can I just apologize in advance, because I'm a virgin to StreamYard multiple streams, and if I seem to be ignoring you in chat, it's because we've just found out that if we type in, it only comes up on our stream and not everyone else's, doesn't it? So,
yes,
never mind. But it's not that we're ignoring anyone. You probably, what's happened, if I reply to you, it's probably gone to my stream or somebody else's, or yeah.
Glance at your phone.
Glance at my phone. Never thought of that. Hang on. Where's my phone?
Here you go. Amanda Carroll has confirmed it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Richie, thank you. And Silver is saying, ooh, we have a virgin.
I know. Have you noticed the silence that followed that and the cynical looks?
Hang on. Yeah.
Not much to say after that. I mean, so anyhow.
Actually, it should have been this one, really.
I feel quite persecuted.
There you go. Oh my gosh. So, all right. So we have been, it's wonderful to have so many people here. Thank you very much. Ethnicity has subscribed to Chris.
Thank you.
I am looking forward to your Oracle deck. I am hoping sometime in the future, after I get it, I can have the two of you on, you and Ken, on to maybe do a deck casual about it.
Oh, I'd love to. That would be lovely. Yeah.
So my copy here in the United States has been pre-ordered, and it's supposed to show up sometime in March.
Yes, because I think you're a couple of weeks behind Europe. I know it's not long. I think there's about a 2-week difference, isn't there, between Europe and UK publication date in the States. So 24th of February for here, and I think first or second week in March for Plucky Heroine, What is a Virgin? Safe to say, don't look to any of us for role modeling or examples, you know?
I don't know what you speak of, Mr. Butler.
I know. I'm like going, oh, my goodness. Are you sure you want to be invited back? Dude. This is Diana, oil painter, also known as Goddess Diana, also known as Wonder Woman, who so out of the three of you, I've only seen Gerald. Well, now you've got, here you go. An inexperienced person.
A delicate personage.
What are Meggings? And since you're not wearing them, does that mean you are naked from the waist down?
No, the camera doesn't slip.
Certainly not. I wouldn't do that live. Male leggings, they're the way forward.
Yes, male leggings. And humorously, we were saying at one point, if you're not wearing Meggings, are you actually reading tarot?
Yeah. Basically anything like a Ciro Marchetti deck, that kind
Yes.
of.
Yes.
So what is the Hecate deck called?
It's called The Oracle of the Hecatean Path, and it's going to be published by Lo Scarabeo.
And I am going to pop that all into our chats.
Oh, thank you.
So it's there because I'm multitasking.
Actually, have I put that in has that gone in all our chats?
Yeah.
I have done that for you, yes.
Fabulous, thanks.
Fatima is here. Hello.
Hi, Fatima.
And we have Thomas from Tarot Your Way.
Hi, Thomas.
Rossi. Looking forward this tonight. Well, good. I'm glad.
Oh, good.
So let's because we've got so many people coming in. There it is. There it is.
Brilliant.
So the Oracle of the Hecatean Path. So let's do the question is what is Imbolc or Imbolc? Go for it, Chris.
It's the midway point between the winter solstice and the spring equinox. So it's that point where the lengthening of the days starts to become noticeable.
Yep.
So in pagan tradition, it's kind of almost like that. It's celebrated as that first sign of the end of winter, isn't it? And the approach of spring. So it's something I only started celebrating a few years ago. But I love it because when we get to Imbolc, I just feel as if everything's starting to come to life again. And sort of in the UK at the moment, we've got the very earliest signs of spring. So I have woodlands behind my house, and looking out of my upstairs windows, I can now see snowdrops starting to sort of peek out on the forest floor, and we've got the first signs of blossom on the trees. So it's always around Imbolc that sort of certainly where we are that happens. So it's for me it kind of feels like the fire's being lit again. I love it. It just feels
it's
like
also worth remembering we're still not out of the woods yet, because February can be a really cold
it can
month in the past as well. So as you say, it's that little hint, isn't it? The birds have started singing, I've noticed. Things like that.
Funny enough, that was funny you mentioning that, because when I was out walking the other day, I realized it was the first time that I noticed bird song again for the the first time in a couple of months. And it feels like I love it because it's just those little sort of hints of new life that mean so much more. To me, they mean more than when you get into sort of April or May, when it's all kind of teeming, because it's just, you're looking for them, and it just makes you feel as if you're coming back to life again. So I love this time of the year.
Yeah. What about you, Ritchie? What would you like to add to that?
Well, pretty much what Chris has said. For me, it's also about starting to spring clean and getting yourself prepared for the new year. So this year, I've actually made a list of what I plan to do this year and goals that I've set myself that are manageable. And just forward planning, as you say, it's a bit like that, the yawning of waking up and that kind of stretching, ready to start a new year. But you don't have to throw yourself 100% into it. It's the planning side of it all. And it's just a wonderful time of the year, particularly if you've had a particularly harsh winter. As we said earlier, it's that little, you can take a breath, it's almost over. And I think back in our ancestors would have really celebrated this time of year, because for them, having had still food for the whole of the winter to feed their animals and their family, they must have been looking at pretty empty storehouses by now, going, how much longer is this going to last, this weather, and are we going to make it into the spring with the food that we've got? So for them, it must have been a bit of a relief to know that the winter's almost over.
Yes,
very much.
Yeah, and I always think of this holiday. It's there's so many different translations, but in the belly of the ewe, this is where the ewes are giving birth, and so it has a lot to do with milk and nursing and birth. So if we think about this, humans conceived at Beltane are being born this time of the year. So it is definitely the light returning. And as both of these gentlemen said, it's a great time to plan and to start to really stretch, because we still have some cold days coming. However, we're starting to get out. We're starting to see stuff underneath the surface is warming up, and it's coming to the surface. So, and so there's that. I want to. There's some great comments in. So okay, and so we have Peter J. Watts is here. Hi, Peter.
Hi, Peter.
Hens and listening to my favorite people. There you go. Jane the Seeker is here.
Hi, Jane.
And yes, so ready to shed some clothing. We have the light is lasting longer. Imbolc, the halfway point is closer to the 4th or the 5th, but it's celebrated on Candlemas. Oftentimes, pagan holidays are moved and manipulated to fit with the religious cultures who are trying to overtake and all that good stuff. I did a great live with the Cool Crone, Colleen the Cool Crone. It's on my channel about what is Imbolc. And it's like when she said, when we're in 5 or 6 degrees of Aquarius. When it is, and I'm like, that's fascinating. Love this. So,
going back to what you just said as well about the Christian holidays over, of course, the goddess Bridget, which is the festival, is a really good example of that. The pagan goddess who became a saint and is celebrated at this time as well. So I love how the two cross over, and there's so many wonderful stories too.
Yes. Well, and I also love it that she is the goddess of the hearth and home. So we're starting to go, okay, we can start to move a little bit more because we've got more light. So, and Maruta has put in a link to Llewellyn. Chris, Elemental Cartomancy is here. Hello.
Hi, Chris.
And thank you, Chris, for a wonderful roundtable reading a couple of weeks ago. It was amazing. Imbolc tells me it's way past time to take the Xmas tree down. LOL. I guess I know what I'll be doing this weekend. Well, see, here's an interesting thing. Take the decorations off, but keep the lights on.
Oh, yeah.
It's the lights returning.
Yeah.
So, Susan is unable to subscribe to Sacred Tarot. That's weird. And Peter J. Watts just said that the hens are just laying again. Yes, lots of birdies going. So, lovely. And as Hypnicity said, as someone who deals with seasonal depression, this is a hopeful time. The groundhog is even on our side. I'm solar powered. Yes.
I can agree with that one, because I get through winter by dosing up with vitamin D and basically spending several. If you wonder why I'm so well lit, it's because my seasonal affective disorder light is actually acting as studio light this evening as well for that very reason.
Yes.
So,
well, and also it is garden planting time.
Yeah.
This is also the time when, for me personally, if I have any seeds that I want to plant, I'm blessing them now.
Yeah.
I use a lot of tea lights for my magic ritual work throughout the year. I bless all of those candles. I will be blessing them tonight. I will be blessing them again tomorrow and on Sunday, because one can never have too many tea lights. I bought a pack of 400. I hope I have enough.
No. Buy more.
Well, I mean, it depends on whether you're planning to set fire to the house, love. I mean, if you're only lighting a couple of times, it'll be fine. But you know,
yeah. So the Oracle of the Hecatean Path is available on pre-order Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Llewellyn.
Yes.
So Pixie Lou 1822 said, we had a really stunning sunset yesterday evening that felt like a beautiful bridge. How do you pronounce her name?
I pronounce it Bridget. But that's, it just depends.
But almost with a T on the end, even.
Almost with a T, yeah.
Yeah. It's like Imbolc. I try and say it almost like it's got a soft G on the end.
Yeah. And Peter said, used milk was often the first fresh food of our ancestors probably ate. Yes.
Yeah.
And Tom from Early Ritual is here saying hello to the best chatters. And for Imbolc, I organize all my gardening supplies, seeds, etc.
Oh,
yes. Lovely.
It's a comment from Richard here in reference to your earlier mention of Beltane babies and milk. As St. Bridget the goddess is considered by Christian legend to be the midwife of the Virgin Mary. Well, that's one I didn't know.
Who said that?
Elder Song. That's my dear friend Richard.
Okay, I have. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I've just bypassed a bunch of chat. And Breed, I've also heard it pronounced that way.
Yeah.
And organizing my closet in preparation for my new job. Did you get the job, Joyful Journey? So, yeah, very vibrant. Yeah, lots of people do that. Oh, thank you, Chris. I want to say that. So, only goddess recognized throughout Britain, not country specific. Okay. So, and I think this is one of those things that as we it doesn't matter what you do, just do something.
Yeah.
Something that's meaningful to you. Candy Soul and Soil posted an amazing video. It was, and if one of my mods can actually post Candy's video in there, it's one of those things. It's about people who are exhausted, who don't have any time. Yep. So
yeah, wonderful idea.
It's beautiful. And yeah, you can. Okay. And by the way, PD, the Tarot Lounge, is here. I'm here to learn about Imbolc. It's been coming up in readings for me. I love gardening and I grow my own food. Well, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So, but okay, you haven't had Joyful, you haven't had the interview, but you're on the schedule. Good. So, and I also asked Breed to bless the Lenormand deck I'm working on. That's good. That's good. So, okay. So, any last minute words on? And notice it's Imbolc or it's Imbolc, depending upon where you live. Just whatever it is, it's the light's returning, people.
And I'm going to just stick in here as well, saying we've got lovely Jen, who's in the southern hemisphere. Plus, I'm sure there are others
yes, thank
who
you.
will be having Lunasa and Lammas, and you are more than obviously. We can do readings as well for those people if that's a different vibe that's going on.
Yes, yes. So we are doing readings on these prompts. I've got a couple of people starred because they've asked for some readings. Hi, Sue Varma. Good to see you.
Hi, Sue.
Hi, Sue.
And so we're doing readings with these prompts. And so we rotate our positions. So the first position is what needs clearing out, what is emerging, since this is what is going on, and then how do I burn brightly? So so that's wonderful. What decks are you all using, by the way? Oh, by the way, and here is Candy's video.
Ah, fabulous.
So I am okay. So which decks are you using? We'll start there.
I am using. I've been shuffling while we've been talking. I'm in miniature mode today, so I'm using the Oh, can you see that? Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot.
Yes.
But as I've got limited space, I decided I'd go mini. So this is what I'm using. I will pull random Oracle of the Hecate Empath cards as well from time to time.
Love it.
So what about you guys? What have you got?
I've got the Ethereal Visions, which I'm using for. I've had this for years, and I've never really used it. So I'm going to give this a go. I've got Norse Tarot. I've got Tarot of the Old Ways. I've got my lovely Avalon, Mist of Avalon Oracle cards, which I absolutely love and are using at this point. So I'm excited to be shuffling them and getting them ready.
I've got a few others in reserve as well because I've got, where are we? I've got a Healing Light Tarot. I've got an Aquarian, a Morgan Greer, and
we've covered all bases.
All right. Right now we have 19 people starred. We have 60 of the best chatters watching.
Wow.
Fantastic.
Ritchie,
that may be the most we've ever had for a long stash.
Long stash. We should say, why do we do that?
Why didn't we do that?
Long stash.
Long stash. Anyhow. Okay. All right. So I have. Okay, I've got Hypnicity, Joyful Journey, Ange, Jane the Seeker, Willow Love, Vanessa S., Elemental Cartomancy, Book Bewitched, Peter J. Watts, Plucky Heroine, Lady Silver, The Tarot Lounge, Early Ritual, Moira, Pixie Lou, 1822, and Madame Maru and Louise Fote. So if I have missed anyone, last call to put it in, and we will plow through these as Got You Elder Song. Thank you. So, why do we do that? Because it's an American Western thing. And it sounds like a Tarantino movie.
I love it. Could you imagine us two in a Tarantino movie?
Yes, I could.
Actually, I have to say, I noticed there is a horror film coming out. Not a Tarantino one. But I've noticed a trailer that's coming out for a horror film. You know what they did to Ouija boards and things in horror films a few years ago? They're now doing it to tarot decks. So look out for that.
I was having Robert, who's in chat. We were having a conversation just before I came on, and he mentioned this to me. I knew nothing about it. Yeah. So I'm not good with horror films. That's the problem.
Well, and Tarantino has announced he is making his last film. Ritchie, have you gotten calls to be in this last film?
Not yet, but who knows?
Okay.
The phone could be going at any moment.
It could be. It very well could be. I am using the. I've asked all of you. I'm using the Vanessa Tarot.
Oh, okay.
This is a recent edition. Sadhana influenced me on that. I'm using the Seasons of the Witch, Imbolc. And I'm using this, this deck called the Healing Light Tarot.
Ooh, I've not heard of that one, love.
Who?
Yeah. So, all right.
Actually, I do. I might sort of.
There you go.
Put one of those in while we're
so
here.
The word Imbolc or Imbolc means in the belly of the U, correct?
Yeah.
So, and so there you go. All right. We are going to plow through these as efficiently as possible. Please be here. Do not make me get my phone out. So,
Silver just asked, can you please do a one-card wild reading for those that you might miss?
Absolutely.
Yeah, if we have time. Yeah.
Absolutely. You're welcome, Joanne Mayhew. So, I am, and by the way, I have all of our cards so that I can know which position we're in.
Fantastic.
So, Tammy Jo Smith said, Heller is just joining. What is going on? We're doing readings, and so Hypnicity, I have the first card for you is what needs clearing out. So what needs clearing out is the Two of Cups. Now, what needs clearing out is it feels very much like it would be helpful for you to know who your true friends are, know the people who fill your cup up and celebrate you for who you are and what you are becoming and will support you unconditionally. And the other thing is to be honest with you, it simply could be you need to go through all of your cups and change out your cups to use something that brings you joy. So that's what I have for you.
Fabulous. Now, interestingly, what is emerging, and I drew the Lovers.
Ooh.
So I think building on Gerald's card, that just says to me that what is emerging is stronger, more mature, and more reliable relationships. And yeah, I think you're going through sort of, I always see, I mean, Imbolc to me is fire. I mean, I think one of the most wonderful Imbolcs I spent was at a pagan gathering. And of course, we had the fire lit and we were just drumming around it to sort of drum up the energy of the emerging spring. And I just got a sense of that when I drew this. And I just thought, yeah, your connections, your relationships are being purified. And it may be a little bit of a painful process if they're being pruned. But actually, what's going to emerge is blessed and more mature and more solid, more real. So,
love it. Don't shuffle that card in, Chris, because we'll show all of our cards at the last. So
I'll keep that out.
I have How Do I Burn Brightly? I've got the 10 of Wands for you.
Oh.
And I love this 10 of Wands because this card says to me, this version of the 10 of Wands says, get your ducks in a row, get them organized. Because normally the 10 of Wands, we see people straining under huge amounts of wands on their back. This chap has got it all sorted. He's packed his wands up sorely. He's tidied them up. He's wrapped them up, tied them up, and he isn't having a problem carrying because he's had time to think about it. He's had time to do that preparation. So it might still be a little bit of a hard slog, but my goodness, it's going to be a lot easier. So by burning brightly, get yourself organized, as to get your ducks in a row, because it's going to be an easy journey after that.
Love that. So let's show all of our cards so that they can take a snapshot or a screenshot if they'd like. So there you go. So boom. Thanks, Hypnicity. And Book Bewitched said gorgeous, glorious art on Chris's website.
Oh, thank you.
And somebody asked, Chris, did you do do the artwork for your tarot and oracle decks?
Yes, I did. The Oracle of the Hecatean Path, it was authored and conceived by Ken Payne, but it was illustrated by me. Quantum Tarot was authored by Kay Stopforth, but illustrated by me. And then everything else is me writing and illustrating it. But yeah.
Yes, I love it.
I'm the luckiest man in the world. I get to just illustrate tarot decks for a living. I mean, you can't complain at that, can you?
You can't. All right. So we have Joyful Journey, Ange, Jane the Seeker, Willow Love, Vanessa S. are in the queue. So, and avert your gaze, avert your gaze, avert your gaze, avert your gaze. There we go.
Ooh, it moved.
So you are now in what needs clearing out. Ritchie is in what is emerging. And I am How Do I Burn Brightly?
Right. So I'm going to pick a Hecate Oracle card for this one.
Ooh.
So what needs clearing out for Joyful Journey? Oh, interesting. I have drawn Philaremos, the Lover of Solitude. And the key word on this is privacy. So actually, if your literal and metaphorical winter has been a time of introspection and a time of drawing inwards, then actually now it's time to step back out again. So yeah, maybe your connections and your connecting and your interacting is going to come to life with the fires of Imbolc. So
love it.
I have the beautiful moon card for you for this one. Oh,
Ooh, lovely.
it's beautiful, this one. So what is emerging? It feels like you're emerging into the moonlight, and by that, it's lighting you up and showing you pathways that you possibly didn't know were there or had forgotten about. There's a secrecy with this moon card. There's a joy about this moon card. You can do some moon gazing, and you know, like when you see the face of the moon, the man in the moon, it's always changing. So you're going into a new phase, a bit like a moon cycle on this one there. And it's going to be highlighting places that you, as I said, either weren't aware of or you've forgotten about. And it's time to revisit those ones. Sometimes it can be a little bit painful, but I'm hoping that this is a bit more joyous. So be prepared for these things to be revealed to yourself and start to work with them.
Love it. Okay. I'm multitasking.
Ooh.
Joyful journey. How do you burn brightly? This is the 5 of Pentacles. And here's an interesting thing. How you burn brightly is you ask for help when you need it and you offer help when you can give it. Because the 5 of Pentacles for me is always the card of, and somebody in a Tarot the Stash Way talked about this, the 5 is about, or I read it somewhere, you need help. It's also the card of offering help. So this is that balance. And trust me, in the springtime, people need help. They need help clearing things out. So how do you burn brightly? You ask for help and you offer help freely with nothing expected in return. So that's what I have for you, Joyful Journey. Let's show all of our cards.
Yeah.
Love it. Thank you, Joyful.
Thank you.
All right. So next we have Ange is up. Then we have Jane, Willow Love, Vanessa S, Elemental Cartomancy, Book, Peter, Plucky Heroine, Silver, and then PD are just who I see. So. Oh, and Tom wants you to, here, avert your gaze, avert your gaze, avert your gaze. Tom wants you to pull a Hecate card when it's his time.
Absolutely, Tom. Of course I can.
So Ange, I hope Ange is here. Hi, Heather.
Shall I start?
Go for it.
Okay, I've got the 9 of Pentacles for you. So what needs clearing up? We all acquire quite a lot of stuff. Let's be honest, okay? And the 9 of Pentacles is certainly a card about look at what I've got. So perhaps it's time, as we said, it's time for a clear out. This is a wonderful time for cleansing. So what needs clearing out? Have a look at what you don't need anymore. And it can be stuff that you've been perhaps collecting, some things that you've been buying. It could be stuff that's at the back of the cupboard that you've forgotten about there. But there seems to be a lot of stuff around with the 9 of Pentacles. Well deserved. But I'm going to ask the question, do you need it all right now?
Oh, that's powerful. That's powerful. I have what is emerging. It's the groundhog. And this is from the Seasons of the Witch. And I'm just going to read the bottom of this card because it's so very perfect. Wake up, dear one, from the slumber you find comfort in. The truth is seeking those ready to acknowledge it. That's you could not make this stuff up. That is exactly what's going on. So what you're putting out there is coming to fruition and coming to the surface. So all right.
So I've drawn an interesting one. So how do I burn brightly? And I've drawn the Knight of Pentacles. So what immediately came to my mind here is if you want to burn brightly, as you emerge, be confident in yourself, in what's emerging, and stand your ground. Stand your ground and stand for what you believe in. and yeah, just be yourself. I love this guy. He's the most rooted of all of the knights, and what I love about him is, whereas the Knight of Swords will storm out there and fight your battles, this guy will just plant himself at your front gate and defend your territory. So yeah, just stand firm, be proud of who you are, what you believe in, and just stand firm for it. That's how you'll burn brightly.
Love it. All right, let's show all of our cards.
There we go.
And yes, today is Groundhog's Day, and I don't know what the groundhog saw, so there we go. So thanks, Ange, and Ange was in the chat. So, all right, Jane the Seeker is next. I've also got. So I've been saying these: Peter, Plucky, Lady Silver, Petey, Tom, Moira, Pixie Lou, Madame Maru, Louise, Elder Song, Gypsy and the Witch, Amanda, Fogo, Joanne. So yep, those are all the readings that we've got. We'll do our best. Avert your gaze.
Gypsy and the Witch is my lovely friend Titania. It's lovely to see. Yeah.
So, and Book has said, I think this is my favorite style of reading.
Oh.
And Ange said, brilliant. Thank you, guys. So, okay. So I am doing what needs clearing out for Jane.
I'm back with my miniature Wade Smith, and I'm what is emerging.
So what needs clearing out, Jane, is the 8 of Swords. It is time for you to get rid of the crap, the thoughts that you have that are blocking and preventing you from walking down your path that you have every single right to walk on and to be proud of. So drop those things away. So, boom. Clean your thinking, lady.
What is emerging? Actually, that fits really well with that. The Page of Cups. So, clean the thinking with the 8 of Swords, because that's going to make way for the new emotional you. So, I think you're going to surprise yourself. I think there's going to be, what's emerging. There's new aspects of yourself that maybe you've been a little bit scared to face, maybe that you've not even known were there. But the lovely thing about him appearing is, it's all about to get a bit bigger and wider. So, yeah, just look to the fish jumping out of the cup. You're coming alive emotionally.
Hello, Jane. I've got the 10 of Cups for you on here. Lovely card. Look how bright and wonderful these colours are. Real spring-like there. How do you burn brightly? Well, it's time to involve who is close to you, whether that's your family, friends, your family circle, whatever it is, and share ideas with them and talk things through, because they know how wonderful you are. And perhaps sometimes you just need to hear it a little bit more, because that gives us the confidence sometimes when we hear something that we perhaps aren't expecting to burn bright, to carry on, to think, oh, I'm glad that was noticed, or I'm glad that had an effect. And so just take time to converse with the people that are close to you, discuss ideas, discuss about moving forward. And I'm sure that's going to give you the energy to then burn even brighter and be even more wonderful.
I love that. So here you go, Jane.
Oh, hang on. I've just done the stupid thing. I've shuffled my Page of Cups back in.
I thought
You'll have to act it out then.
You'll have to act it out, Chris. We'll put you on the
Chris.
So, yeah. All right. Avert your gaze. We will move through. Thank you, Jane. Willow Love is here.
Oh. Okay.
So, I love that.
And Annie Bear has popped in. We have Soul Alchemy with Indigo Jaguar. Nancy of Crohn's Intuition. Hi, Priya.
Oh, Peter's just said I'm losing my connection, so you can make room for someone else. Love to you all. You must have Just to drop down.
Yeah. All right.
What needs clearing out?
So, yep.
Okay. Oh, so Willow, what needs clearing out? I've drawn card number 36 from the Oracle of the Hecatean Path. This is the cords. So this represents bondage, anything that keeps us restricted. So maybe it's time to actually look at maybe sort of unhealthy relationships, unhealthy dynamics, maybe also look at doing a little bit of reorganization. You know, maybe you're getting a little bit tied up, you know, in structures that are actually not serving you well enough. But whatever the case, there's stuff here that's tying your hands that really needs to be cut through, you know, so that you can be freed up to act. So, yeah, what needs clearing out? It's kind of what needs untying as well.
Okay. That fits very nicely with my card because what's emerging, I have the Lovers for you. So the Lovers is often a card of choice, not just about relationships that's going on there. So as you're clearing and cutting all these wonderful cords that Chris was talking about, you're going to be given opportunities and choices to come through, some of which may be to do with relationships and friendships, but you're going to be given this wonderful opportunity to be in the driving seat when it comes to this one and make the most of all these wonderful choices. You don't have to rush in and go with the first decision. Spend time, think things through, try things out, and then make a decision on it.
Yeah, and Willow said, I agree. Divorce hearing is on 2/12.
No.
Oh.
So,
thinking of you.
How do you burn brightly? You are the magician. Yes. Boom. You burn brightly by using your powers and mixing them together. You have the ability to create what it is that you want. And it is time for you to, it builds off of what these other two gentlemen said, build and know that you have a significant amount of power, much more than what you think. So, all right, do we have all of our cards so we can hold it up?
Yes, we do.
I haven't shuffled in this time. I shall remember not to.
Thank you, Willow.
Thank you, Willow.
Everything's okay.
Yeah.
So, Vanessa S is here.
Hi, Vanessa.
And avert your gaze, avert your gaze. There we go.
Ooh. I'm going to go Healing Light Tower again this time.
Nice. Rossi has been lurking.
Oh, I might sneeze in a minute. Hang on. No, I don't think it's good. It might happen. I don't know. I might sneeze in the middle of this. What I was going to. Okay. What needs clearing out? 10 of Swords. It's done, Vanessa.
Ooh.
It's absolutely done. There's no point raking over it. It's done. So the situation, the relationship, whatever it is, it's done. So it's time to clear it out, get rid of it, move on to something else.
Okay, I'm going to, what is emerging? I have antlers. And you know, as Ritchie said, you know, there's a lot of things. Antlers can be too big sometimes. And I'm going to read what the bottom of this says. Allow the magic of who you are to be seen by the eyes you keep. You are enough. You are enough, my dear. Take ease in receiving. That's beautiful. What a great message. How about that for emerging?
That's really, really interesting because look who has turned up again. The Page of Cups. Different deck. So how do I burn brightly? Be yourself and actually just be open to what you know about yourself, but also what's emerging and what surprises you about yourself. But I think what this says to me for you is self-acceptance, self-celebration, and just be proud and free and innocent and happy.
Dang, that's really powerful reading, Vanessa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. Thanks for letting us read for you.
Oh,
Ooh.
yeah.
All right. Avert your gaze. Avert your gaze. So I'm going to take a sip and post this video while that's going on.
Ooh.
Today's video is brought to you by the word zhuzh. Everyone say it with me. Zhuzh. Zhuzh. To tweak, fluff, primp, improve, make fabulous. You don't need a fan to zhuzh up your life. Just like, share, subscribe to our channels. Zhuzh.
Zhuzh.
Ooh, darling, are you going to tweak me?
Would you like me to? So,
Absolutely. Yeah.
okay, so here we go. We'll do this for a little bit more. Then we may have a seventh inning stretch. For those of you who are in England who do not know what that is, it's because we've all been sitting still for so long. We need to stretch. So we will do. Here we go. And we just did Vanessa S., who said thank you. Chris, Elemental Cartomancy is up. And then we do
fabulous.
a switch. So, all right. So, Chris, Get Through is here, by the way. I saw a couple of other people come on. So, Chris is here. So, what needs clearing out, Chris? Queen of Wands. Chris, it's time to take all of the nice fancy hats that you have in your closet and get them out, shake them off, start wearing them. I could totally see that now, can't you? Can you?
Yeah.
So what needs clearing out is it's time to actually allow your creative endeavors and the things that have been slowed down through the winter to just get shaken out and refreshed. We see this horse in the background. The horse needs a chance to go out and run wild. So what needs clearing out is you really, you need to have a fun night out. You know, hashtag act responsibly, do all that stuff. But get out, have some fun. Sandy's Pokemon collection, you say, Gerald. I shall pass that on. I did not say that, Chris.
Hashtag act like a lady.
Act like a lady. Well, and you know, and Sandy was actually saying, you mean clear out some of his tarot decks, Gerald? I'll pass that on. So, but I would say it's time to shake some things up, maybe move some things around, so that the energy flow is back. So,
what is emerging? More wand energy. 2 of Wands. So I would say that actually you are coming into your own, and this is talking about potential. So following on from what Gerald said, shake things up. Now is the time for creative projects. Now is the time that all that potential will come together. I think as well, now is the time for getting work in order. And yeah, this is just your creative fire. It's kind of there. It's in your hand. It's under your control. You've got this. That's what's emerging.
Nice.
And I'm going to follow on with that because how do you burn brightly, Chris? Because you already burn bright, but let's make you burn a bit brighter. I've got the King of Pentacles here. I love this character. Look how he's shouting across, waving his shield here. The Pentacle suit, as you know, is quite a slow acting suit. So perhaps it is, while you're doing all this preparation, you don't have to rush into things. And the King of Pentacles, again, is master of his resources and everything that he does. He stays grounded, he's in control because he's slow. So as you start to develop all these wonderful things that Gerald and Chris were talking about and all these ideas coming, remember you can slow down, but of course, get your resources, and particularly if it's going to be using money, get your finances sorted before you step on, because once all that's done, the fire will light and you're away on that one there. So
love it. There you go. And we started with a queen and we end with a king, right?
Yeah.
So love it. There you go. Thank you, Chris. And let me know how it goes clearing out all your tarot decks. So all right, 7th inning stretch. If you need to get up and move, you can turn your camera off. I will also move that. We'll put Ritchie in the and because here's who I have in the list: Book Bewitched, Plucky Heroine, Lady Silver, Tarot Lounge, Tom Early Ritual, Moira, Pixie Lou, Madame Maru, Louise Fout, Elder Song, Gypsy and the Witch, Amanda Carroll, Fogo Pogo, Joanne Mayhew, and that's who I mean, Bobby has asked for if we have time.
Yes.
We will do what I'll do. And this has been a question that was asked. Does everyone else see the shimmers rating from our men?
We always shimmer, darling, don't we?
Well, yes. So, I'm
loving that necklace. That is just. Did you say it was Tiger Eye?
Yes, this is Tiger's Eye. It's
that shimmering.
It's a necklace that I wear when I want. It's for protection. And Chris said, would love to have you all on and read with you sometime.
Oh, yes. Yes, please.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
And okay, sorry. Book. All right. Book is up. Hi, Jules, learning to listen. Good to see you.
Right. Also, it's me first, isn't it?
It is.
What needs clearing out? I'm going from the Hecate deck again. I'm feeling about there. Oh, now this is interesting. We don't get more powerful than this. Zeus. Now, the key word on this is honors. And I'm kind of feeling you've got some authority. You know, you can hold your ground and stand your own. So maybe, again, this is kind of a theme that's come up before with other people. Maybe you can kind of, withdraw a couple, a few people that you've been honoring maybe don't deserve it. Maybe there's a few that you might want to reassess, but actually, yeah, maybe it's time for a bit of a clear out and a tidy up and a replace. And actually what this says to me is you're in control. You get to say who gets the honors and rewards in your life. You get to say who has earned your respect. You get to say who doesn't deserve your respect. And maybe it's a case of that you've been giving some respect to people out of a sense of guilt or out of a sense of duty. But do you know what? He's the top of the pile. That's you. So yeah, maybe it's time for a little bit of a reassess, do a bit of spring cleaning and just reprioritize the people in your life. So nice. You deserve it.
And I'm just going to come on with saying I've also got the judgment card for you there.
Ooh.
So everything that Chris said squared, I'm going to put it that way, because you have the chance to review the whole situation. You have the chance to be making not only judgments on people that way, but you can now see the picture clearly. And as Chris said, you can call the shots pretty much on that one there. So you're being empowered, not as somebody who's being judged, but I think that you can have you can pass the judgment on and decide what is going to take your time, what is going to take your focus, and quite frankly, what doesn't interest you anymore. And it's time to move that out of the way because you're heading up and you're leveling up.
And how do you shine brightly? You 5 of swords. When you get defeated, you stand up, you reframe the swords that are available to you. You do not allow anyone else to take your power away from you. You have the words, they are yours. Use your words wisely, and own them, because if you own them, no one can steal them from you. So that's look at those 3 cards together.
Yeah.
Holy mackerel.
Powerful.
Very, very powerful. So thank you, book.
Thank you.
So, and Plucky Heroine is just subscribed
to
thank channel. You. And I did see JJ Tuta Speaks is here. And Tarot Ask Backwards. Jeff is here. Jeff is on my channel on Sunday at 11 Eastern time, 11 a.m. Eastern. So we're doing a casual. So I'm looking forward to that. And Plucky Heroine and Avert Your Gaze. Avert Your Gaze.
So, I'm on number 3 now.
Yep, you're number 3. That Book Bewitched said strutting. Thank you. You're welcome.
Okay.
Right. What needs clearing out? I've got the High Priest for you, the old Hierophant here. So it's time to clear out all those traditions and ideas that perhaps have been in your life for perhaps for a long period of time, but perhaps it's new ideas. It's about indoctrination. It's about the things that people have told you that this is the way you should behave. It's the ideas that perhaps at work people have put into your head and told you that's the way. This is the way we do things. It's now time to review those ones and chuck out the rules that no longer serve you.
I love that. So I have what is emerging. I have Dream Realm. I think this is an important thing because many of us, there's been a lot of energetic adjustments that we've been going through. Our dreams are different than they were a year ago. It is important to pay attention to those, to have dreams, and to take action to make them happen. The saying on this is, not everything is what it may seem. Bring yourself back from all time and all places as a new perspective can be seen.
Interesting.
So a new perspective is emerging.
Well, I ended up drawing 2 by accident, so I'm just going to go with both of them together. So we got the 8 of Cups and the 10 of Cups. So I kind of don't feel this was an accident because that 8 of Cups really kind of reaffirms Ritchie's card for me. You know, this is about walking away and into something new via what Gerald's just said. But I think actually, how do I burn brightly? Through the connections, your friendships, the people that you love. You burn brightly through how you serve them and how you honor them. That's what this card means to me. Ultimately, it's all about people. That's the most important thing. So follow your path. Be brave enough to walk away from what's not serving you. You know, step into that big wider world of your dreams and visions, but at the same time, never lose sight of the fact that the most important thing are the people that love you.
I love it. Look at those.
Wow. It's
There you
incredible.
go, Lucky.
Mm.
Thank you. Oh, and Michelle Marie has been lurking and watching while they eat. And
Hi, Michelle.
Gerald, Ritchie, Chris, a trio grand, judge the cards with a skillful hand. Fates revealed, their power spans, guiding souls through Tarot's lands.
Love
That is wonderful.
There you go. I've got that one started, saving that puppy.
Yeah.
So, all right. Lady Silver is up, and then PD,
Wow.
Tom Early Ritual, Moira, Pixie Lou, Madame Maru. So, those are next in the queue. Avert your gaze. Avert your gaze. Wait a minute. I have to do one more. Sorry. Chris, you're in the middle. You're sandwiched in the middle.
Ooh, darling.
Plucky said,
favorite
thank
place.
you and fantastic. Fantastico. All right. Silver is watching on the big screen, I believe.
Fantastic. Okay.
Silver, what needs clearing out? 9 of Cups. So what needs clearing out? What did you get something similar, Chris?
I got the same.
Oh, okay. So what needs clearing out is you need to pay attention to. This is a check of what is it that brings you joy. Look through the things and the things that you give of yourself and you allow into your environment. Do they make you happy? This is that time of, I want to be surrounded by all of the things that I love and all of the things that make me happy. So then what's emerging, Chris?
I mean, again, we've got the 9 of Cups. So that says to me that you're actually clearing out one set of things to make way for another. But I think this is quite specific. It's funny because as I saw that we both had the same card, I kind of had this picture in my head of, those kids' puzzles. They're like a pegboard where you have all the different shaped pegs and you've got to fit them into the right shaped holes. Now, I somehow feel that actually the set of pegs that you're clearing out doesn't quite fit, but you're actually making way for a set of pegs that fits perfectly. Ooh. So really reassess what's been making you happy and be brutally honest with yourself. And actually, if you can be brave enough to actually admit that some of those may not quite have been the right fit, clear them out of the way and make way for things that will actually fit and serve you that bit better.
Nice.
And I'm going to end with a wonderful card, because how do you burn brightly like the sun? That's what you do. So there we go. So that's wonderful. Just telling me that whatever you're doing, and once this clarity is made, it's just onwards and upwards. Because when the sun turns up in a reading, you can't go wrong. Everything's hunky-dory, everything's exciting, everything's lit, and it's just the perfect card to have. So go out, celebrate this season, have fun. Everything's on your side.
That to me is the most straightforward and positive card in the deck. So it's kind of do the work with the first 2 cards, and actually you're actually going to put yourself into freeing space. Yeah.
Boom.
Wow.
Boom.
Boom. Love that. Love that. All right.
There's a lot of cups tonight, isn't there?
A lot of cups.
Yeah.
PD is next, then Tom Early Ritual, Moira, Pixie Lou, Madame Maru, Louise Fote, Elder Song, Gypsy and the Witch, Amanda Carroll, Fogo Pogo, Joanne Mayhew. Bobby, please let me know that you're here so that we can get you through. Avert your gaze. Avert your gaze. So, and PD is here. Hi, Minerva. Hey, Minnie. It's good to see you. Tarot and Witchery is here. Beth is heading off. So,
sorry, what's Tarot Lounge's name?
PD.
PD. Thank you.
So,
I've got a powerful one here.
I'll go for it.
been drawing from the Oracle of the Hecatean Path. This is really powerful but straightforward. I've drawn the card of Gorgo the Grim, and this is the card of fear. So what needs clearing out? Face your fears. Maybe it's time to sort of look at those things that you've been frightened to look at, scared to face, and maybe it's time to shine the torch on them and just chuck them out the window.
Nice. Oh my God, that's great.
Mm.
Oh, am I what is emerging? No, Richie, you are.
No, I thought it was How Do I Burn Brightly?
All right. Well, I've been shuffling the wrong deck. Sorry, Petey.
Okay.
Petey said I am clearing fear out as we speak, facing my demons.
So that was the right one for you tonight then.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have Horned Owl. So what is emerging? The Horned Owl. And owls are oftentimes regarded for their ability to see things clearly in the darkness. And if you're doing shadow work, a Horned Owl is very helpful. And it says, become the shadow that watches, keeping quiet while moving intentionally. Move through that stuff. You don't have to pick any of it up. You just have to move through it. So there's that, Petey. Wow.
Okay, Petey. I have for you the Princess of Swords, which is How Do I Burn Brightly, which is the Page of Swords in this deck there. Ask the controlled questions. That's how you burn brightly. The Page of Swords is always asking questions, always thinking hard, always a bit like in a game of chess, 2 or 3 steps ahead of everybody else when it comes to the thought process there. So you can let all these thoughts bubble away if you're not careful. So it's time to think about asking a few questions which are the correct questions. So think about it before you ask the questions and then act on it.
Love that. And April said, "Owl is representing the sun-eyed lady. She will illuminate the darkness." I love that. Chris shuffled his cards back in, didn't he?
Yeah.
No, it's still here.
Okay.
There we are.
There you go.
There you go. And all right. So avert your gaze. Avert your gaze. I flipped through things. A lot of people are loving this. I apologize. We're in an hour and 17 minutes. Do you gentlemen still have time?
I have time.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is early ritual. I know he's still here. And Chris, he specifically asked for Hecatean Oracle.
It's here.
And April said, "OMG, Richie, I have that deck. I rarely use it."
Oh, I love it. I love it. The North Tower.
So
that's the one that got away from me because I never managed to get hold of a copy, and it's a beauty, isn't it?
It is a beauty.
Yeah.
It's old. They're still available around. You know, occasionally pop up on eBay and stuff. But yeah.
What have you got, Gerald?
I have for you what needs clearing out. This is the 9 of Wands. The 9 of Wands says to me, you're almost at the end and you've got lots of irons in the fire. Pick which iron you want to continue with because you're doing a lot. Some may say you're doing too much. I'm not, but you are. I mean, so pick where you want to focus your energy. What needs clearing out? Look and go, okay, this isn't working the way I was. I'm calling it down. I'm pulling the plug on it so that there's no energy lost. So
I have 2 cards that came out with this one. So this is interesting. So what is emerging? I've got the 10 of Swords again, but I've also got the King of Swords. And the way they fell, I'm going to tell you this. You can choose to either be the one on the floor that's ended it, or you can choose to be the king who, if you look, is shoving his sword into the back of that and finishing it off. So what is emerging? You have the choice. You can either let it finish you off or you can finish it off. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
Yes. And that is the Ethereal Visions Tarot,
Yeah.
Ritchie?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
right.
Hello, Lizzie asked.
Yeah.
All right.
That is so powerful, but it really fits with what I've drawn from the Oracle of the Hecatean Path. I drew the Path, the card of initiation. So how do I shine? Do exactly what Ritchie said. You have the choice. You can be the one in authority. But when you do embrace that inner authority figure, follow your true path. This is your initiation. It's almost like you're at a turning point. And this is all about, I mean, in this card, we have the goddess in the moon and journeying across the valley and through the mountains, but using the goddess as his guide. So yeah, be true to yourself, be true to your path, and follow that path under the light of the goddess.
So, yep. So here we go. That's so good.
Powerful.
Yes. Have a good day, Kelly. Take care. All right. Moira is
Okay. Hi, Moira.
avert your gaze, avert your gaze. And Tom said, so powerful. Thank you, gentlemen. Exactly what I needed. And I'm going, wait a minute. Why am you not moving? There we go. Okay. I'm like going, for some reason, I'm not supposed to be in the how do I burn brightly.
You just don't want to be in that position today.
I guess not. Me not wanting to be in a position? What are you talking about?
Couldn't possibly comment, love.
I know. I believe you. And for that, I'm going to take a sip. So, by the way.
Oh, hang on.
By the way, the best chatters are still watching. We've been on for an hour and 22 minutes, and we still have 61 people watching us.
Oh. Yes. Every one of you is appreciated.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. I've pulled 2 cards again because apparently I can't pull 1 card today. So I've got the Ace of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles, which is wonderful because it almost seems like they're at odds with one another. The Knight of Pentacles, as you said earlier on, Chris, is about slowness and standing ground. And you've got the Ace here, which is about fire and excitement and energy and everything there. So there's almost like a dichotomy or an opposite that's going on here. So what needs clearing out? I think it's time, because the Knight came out first, it's time to literally wake up. We talked about how Imbolc is a time of emergence. We've gone from earth to fire. You can see the shoots that are beginning to appear on that wand. So it's time to almost get out of bed, stretch. That's what you need to be clearing away and getting yourself ready. That's the preparation.
What's emerging? Now, this is interesting because we've got a real emergence card here. I drew the King of Cups. And I think what you're emerging into is authority and confidence, but also objectivity. Because I always see this guy as having emerged up out of the water and he's kind of just above it, just above all the turbulence of those waves. So, yeah, do the spring clean, but actually step into your confidence, step into your authority, but also don't be afraid to take just a little bit of a step back to take stock of where things are at and where you're at.
Because how do you burn brightly? You are the King of Wands. You had a King of Water, and I have a King of Fire.
Yeah.
I love it when those two things work together because in the perfect balance, water and fire make steam.
And he is, in elemental terms, he is the fiery aspect of water. So, yeah, very powerful.
I think it's really, really incredible. So it's how do you burn brightly? You be your most authentic self and you own it. You do it unapologetically. So there you go, Moira. So you're very welcome. You're very welcome. Pixie Lou.
Hi, Pixie.
And Let's see. Things are going to get steamy. Yes, Chris. Yes.
Absolutely. When fire hits water, the steam.
Yes. And okay, avert your gaze. Avert your gaze. So there we go. Yes, things are going to get steamy. And Kat Evans is here and has said, "Phooey, I missed the beginning. We'll have to rewatch." Definitely rewatch. So, all right. So,
what needs clearing for Pixie? So, oh, it's back again. Second time I've drawn this tonight. 8 of Cups. So, what needs clearing? The cups themselves. Maybe it's time for you to walk away. Maybe everything that you've kind of put painstaking effort to building up to, maybe it's kind of served its purpose and it's time for a new path. So, yeah, is that the second or third time that's come up tonight in these readings?
Yeah.
Powerful.
So what is emerging? I have garlic. Now, what is emerging is garlic has a lot of health properties, for entertainment purposes only, blah, blah, blah. Has a lot of health purposes. It also has a lot of magical uses. And so it says, it is unwise to walk beyond the boundaries you have yet to expand on. Protection among all else. So as you are moving forward, spend a little bit of time making sure that you are in good condition. If you travel, make sure you check, have your kit in the car. Make sure your spare tire is inflated, that you have everything that you need. So, and if you can eat garlic, you might want to have some garlicky food. So
I love this when a card comes along and sums up what you've been saying. I've got the 6 of Swords for you. So I'm going to say with this card, look at this person. Don't look back, as Chris was saying. It's time to move forward. But also this person is organized and ready for a travel. Quite often with the 6 of Swords, you see somebody in a boat and someone rowing it across. This is like, I'm sorry, I'm trying to line my camera up. This is a bit like a celebrity or royalty is being taken on board a ship here. And, as you burn brightly, step off that gangplank into a new territory like a celebrity. Imagine you've got that wonderful crowd around you and you deserve it as you enter this new space because you can own it, and that's amazing.
I love it.
You just reminded me of my mum.
Yes,
I've started taking my mum to my gay men's group since mum moved in with me for health reasons. And the first time she went, she kind of just said, "Well, do you mind me being here? Because I'm not exactly a gay man." And the immediate response from one of the guys in the group was, "Darling, you are our honorary queen." And she's been living it ever since.
Yes. And Pixie Lou said, oops, sorry, it helps if I show the front of the deck. So, they love garlic. So
fabulous.
Brilliant.
Yes. All right. And April said, if walking away is too hard, then let yourself be drawn towards through trusting your instincts. I love it. That's great. All right. Madame Maru is next.
Yeah.
Then Louise, Elder Song, Gypsy the Witch, Amanda Carroll, Fogo Pogo, and Joanne Mayhew. And then Bobby. So you gentlemen doing okay?
I'm doing fine.
Okay.
Yep.
Getting comfy.
All right. So moving everybody through. So, and Chris Elemental Cartomancy said, I saw your post about that earlier, Chris. Your wee mum is lovely.
She's a force of nature. She's rather fabulous.
Oh, well, I have a jumper, so I must pay attention to the jumper. And okay. What needs clearing out? This is the King of Coins. King of Coins is about your, for me, is about your physical environment. It's also about your health in your body. It's about mastery of those things. What I would say is make sure that what you have in your kingdom is what you want in your kingdom. including people, things, and attitudes. So,
okay, I have 2 cards again, and both of them aren't always just the nicest of cards, because I've got the 8 of Swords and I've got the 5 of Pentacles for you. So what's emerging? I'm wondering if financial or issues to do with what's going on around you is getting on top of you, because it almost feels like this 5 of Pentacles, which can be financial or needing help, that kind of situation, is actually playing on your mind and almost feels like it's imprisoning you, or you're allowing it to imprison yourself on that one there. So just remember, my lovely piece of advice I would say with the 8 of Swords is, firstly, it is never as bad as it first seems, and secondly, there is always a route out of that self-imprisonment, because you are in a circle of swords. All you've got to do is find that sword to cut that rope to release yourself. So you actually have the answer there yourself to solve any issues that come along there, Maruta.
Okay.
Now that's powerful because of what I picked. So I think from what Ritchie said, that what you're experiencing at the moment are birth pains because of the process that you're going through. And the reason I say that is because of what I drew for How Do I Burn Brightly? And I drew this. This is Prosotistos, which is the Origins card. Primordial. And I think, how can you burn brightly? Just be open to what new phase you're stepping into, what's being birthed in you through this difficult situation at the moment, but also ultimately just be as true to yourself as possible. You know, you will burn your brightest when you are your most basic, your most primordial, freshest, newest self. I love this card. This was one of my favorites to create out of the whole deck. So, yeah, just be raw, primal, and unashamedly you.
I love that. Thank you, Madam Maru.
Yes.
And a lot of people are, Ange had to go. Several other people had to go. Lady Silver just ordered your deck, Chris. So, and all right, Louise. Have I seen Louise? Louise, are you here? So, and okay, avert your gaze. Avert your gaze. And we are.
I'm sandwiched again.
You are.
Yes. Surprise. Surprise. I appreciate both of you being here. You're wonderful to spend.
I'm loving this.
Oh, thank you for having us.
Really enjoyed this.
This is great. And a lot of people are talking about the energy and the synchronicity that we have, and we're glimmering. So that's good. And Louise is here. So, all right.
Okay, what needs clearing out? I've got the King of Cauldrons, or the King of Cups here. He's a bit of a po-faced king, this one, when it came to design, didn't he? I mean, he's supposed to be in charge of his emotions, and he looks pretty dead behind the eyes, if I'm honest with you. So what needs clearing out while I critique the artist here on this card? It's okay being a king in control of your emotions and feeling that you've got on top of it, but sometimes that can give false information out to people, or you can start believing that in yourself. So what I'm trying to say to you is, perhaps don't feel like everything is cut and dried. Don't think that when it comes to a relationship or a friendship that is it. There is still an awful lot of mileage still to go in that, but you have to kind of zhuzh it up, to use your word there that we use, Gerald. You have to put a bit of the effort into it. Otherwise, it is likely that a friendship or a relationship will slowly wither. So it's reassessing whether a relationship or that friendship or whatever that emotion is worth hanging on to, because it's about what needs clearing out. Or is it time to give it a fresh spark and a spring clean and rejuvenate it?
that totally fits with what I picked. I drew 2 again by accident, but this seems really fitting. 2 of Cups and 4 of Wands, because I think in that clearing out, you're making way either for new connections or for a better quality of connection. Now, the fact that the 4 came out with this as well, that says to me that in these enhanced connections, you're actually coming to a completion and a turning point. So this is somehow really significant in terms of where you progress from here.
And where Louise progresses from there is the High Priestess.
Oh, wow.
I mean, talk about a buildup.
Yeah.
I mean, you are the divine feminine. You are the divine feminine. You are the divine feminine with so much power, so much knowledge, and so much understanding. How do you burn brightly? You lean into that and you believe it.
Yeah.
So believe in your in your, you know, the divine feminine. Believe that you embody that. So there we go.
Wow.
Woohoo! Dang. I need a drink after that. Something. So
Tea fix.
yes. And by the way, people are visiting your channel, Chris, and they're loving, or your website, everything that you're doing. So I do want to say, please know your limits and purchase responsibly.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Elder Song is up. So
did you say it's another Richard?
Oh, it's my darling Richard. This is he's one of my closest friends. Hello, darling. As you've changed your YouTube name, I keep forgetting it's you. Richard spent Christmas with Mum and I. Richard, or alternatively, as we refer to him, the great goddess Minerva. And believe me.
And please send me an email. I want details on Chris for when I am doing my live. I want the dirt.
Oh, don't. You're talking literally one of my closest friends. He can dish as much dirt as you want. He's got it all.
After show. That's for the after show. Yeah. All right.
So, darling, this, because it's you, this is special. Okay. What needs clearing out for Imbolc? Ooh. Now, isn't this interesting? The 4 of Swords. So, if you've been in retreat, maybe it's time for you to begin to re-emerge. So, and yeah, that's powerful for this. So I think, particularly in light of energy and stamina and all of those sort of things, this is about re-emerging gently. But it kind of says that, yeah, with the coming of the spring, it's time. There we go.
And I picked from the incorrect deck, but it is what I picked. So what is emerging is the Emperor. So wow. What is emerging is a new understanding or a deeper understanding of the kingdom that you have created. What can and what needs to remain as part of your kingdom. You're really, really leaning into it, and you're upping your understanding. So there we go.
Right. Well, I've got the 10 of Swords for you. Now, normally we've had the 10 of Swords a few times, but I love this 10 of Swords because I'm turning it the opposite way round to everything being over. This is standing up and fighting for everything you believe in, everything that you can. And look how strong this 10 of Swords character is. He's got every sword strapped to his waist. He's weighed down by them all, but my goodness, he is a figure that you notice, perhaps a little bit scary, but this is somebody who's not going anywhere. If
Yep.
you want to get in that sea, you're going to have to fight him. And there's a wonderful, strong energy. It isn't the usual energy of the Ten of Swords. This is a formidable character and a very strong, powerful person who is going to see things very, very through, and a long journey there to go with that fighting mentality.
And
darling, just to add, Gerald has asked for blackmail materials, so do feel free to stab the swords in my back and send him everything he needs.
well, and Ritchie, I love how the Emperor, on the throne, your card is the Emperor off the throne in real life.
Yes.
Not afraid to do what is necessary.
Yeah. So we've got the sort of retreat on my card to the bravery and the proactiveness of Ritchie's card, and that glowing Emperor in the middle. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
I love that.
Thank
you for letting us read for you.
Yeah.
Brave, letting me read for him in public. My God.
I know. Gypsy Witch.
It's Titania. You see that now. You see, I've listened like 2 friends in a row. So I hope brave letting me read for them.
Oh,
yes.
Have you read for them before?
Yes.
I hope they're both
only in private. So, I think for Titania we shall have some Hecate. Fabulous.
And by the way, Hershey the Shadow Reader is here. Hello, Hershey.
Hi, Hershey.
And doing all of the YouTubey things, going over to everybody's channel and liking. And I don't know if Gypsy and the Witch is here. However, we're just going to read.
She'll be here.
I love it. She'll be here. You're messaging and texting each other. So
actually, I've just realized my phone's on airline. So if anyone is trying to message me, they won't even get through. Let's take it off.
All right.
So
what needs clearing out? I have the 8 of Cups. You need to walk away from some stuff that is not serving you. This is like a very, very perfect card for what needs clearing out. You need to just go, nope, I'm done. I'm moving on. And do not look back. Instead, because you're not looking back, because you are focused on what's coming and what's emerging, which is Ritchie's card.
And I have the Ace of Pentacles for you in all its golden goodness there. We talked earlier, Gerald, about you blessing the seeds that you're about to plant. And this is what this card reminds me of.
Yes.
Is that now you have that opportunity to plant those seeds, to put those intentions into start to write them down. Use this time of the year to make the plans, and that is what this is happening. You are given that opportunity by the universe to set out your plans for the year, to think about what you need to bless, to think about handling what's going to be happening this year. Give yourself a moment to breathe, to make a list, to set an intention, to move forward.
This is really powerful, because this is just reaffirming the last 2 cards. How do I burn brightly? I've drawn the dagger card from the Oracle of the Hecatean Path, and this is the card of severance. So again, you burn brightly when you walk away and you cut ties with the things that no longer serve you and the things that drag you back.
Wow. Thank you for letting us read for you. So,
Richard's just put, thank you, my darlings. That is a wonderful reading. R followed by 3 X's, brackets, that's 1 kiss each.
Oh, that's kind.
All right. Amanda Carroll, Fogo Pogo, Joanne Mayhew, and then Bobby. That's what we have time for. That's you two okay?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. So Amanda is here. I'm going to step away for a moment. I will be back shortly.
Okay. All right.
Talk about me whilst I'm gone.
Absolutely.
I could never guess. Right, I'm just going to give these a good shuffle.
Okay, I'm having a good shuffle because we're back on my Waite Smith.
Okay. Oh, I've just noticed his new AI.
Oh, look, he's got a new.
He's got birds.
Oh, he's got birds in the fan. I like. It makes mine feel quite plain.
I know. Has he got hair like that? A kind of nice square. I don't know.
He's had his moustache trimmed since he had that one painted, hasn't he?
Absolutely.
You might have realised from the bitching and the bantering that we are immensely fond of each other.
Nothing we wouldn't say to his face if he was here.
Absolutely. You know?
Should I make a start? I'm sure. Here we
go.
go.
Fabulous. We were just admiring your new icons.
Oh, thank you. Michelle Marie Astrological Tarot made that for me.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
We were just saying you've had a moustache trim since that was painted.
Yes. There you go.
Right. What needs clearing out? I have the Eight of Pentacles for you. This is a person that has very studiously been hard at work, perfecting his skill, trying to get everything right, trying to balance everything. It feels like there's been an awful lot of time spent on a task or perhaps on an area of your life that you just think, I've really got this sorted now. And it's almost like you've got to the point where it's like, I'm done. I have got it. It is now time to think, what do I do with it? Or do I now move on to mastering something else now that I feel like I've got that in my life, or I've now got that bit under control? So Eight of Pentacles, it's a very nice thing. It's a skill that you've got and you've put it on your belt, and perhaps it's time to clear that bit out and move on to something else.
So, you know, we've got some weird synchronicities tonight. It's happened again. There you go. Eight of Pentacles.
Oh,
oh my gosh.
That's the second time that's happened in readings tonight. So that says to me that you're maybe parking one skill set to make way for another, which is actually going to bring you more into sync. So it's funny because it's the same feeling I had when this happened last time. I think what's happening is not so much a major clearing out, it's a fine tweaking, and it's a slight change of direction that's actually going to make your journey along the same path that bit smoother. So I think it's not a case of clearing out the baby with the bathwater. I think it's a case of actually looking at what needs clearing out, what needs reassessing. But the path that you're remaining on is actually essentially the same. So what have you got?
Well, I'm just going to say, how do you burn brightly? It's the Wheel of Fortune.
Ooh,
and I would say specifically for this, because you are, you've mastered something, you're learning something new. It helps you to stay in the center of the wheel, so that as the wheel and life changes and moves, you do not become unbalanced as much as if you were on the outer edge of the wheel. You are centered, and staying close to the center, Amanda, is very important, because as we live, we can go, whoa. But this says, stay focused, stay centered. And then that way, when new opportunities happen or something goes differently than expected, it does not throw you so far off as it used to.
Yeah.
So here we go.
Wow. There we go.
That's great.
A lot of circles.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
A lot of circles.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Amanda says, makes so much sense going from restaurants to more artistic pursuits. That's great.
So still a creative path, but just a different type of creativity. Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fogo Pogo is here. Joanne and
hi, Joanne.
So Fogo Pogo. Oh, avert your gaze. Avert your gaze. So all right. And this is Kaylee.
Hi, Kaylee.
Hello.
Oh, it's me first, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, what needs clearing out? Oh, the Hierophant. I think what needs clearing out in this instance is the traditional and established way of doing things. So maybe you've kind of, I mean, we sort of have a saying in this country, you know, it's like sort of, I followed my mother's traditional recipe and her mother's before her. So maybe it's time to challenge that. Maybe it's time to mix it up, and maybe it's time to go for something a little bit unorthodox.
I've recently done a reading for Kaylee, and I would be remiss if I didn't go boom.
Oh, you did give me a fright.
Oh, so sorry. Hi, Candy Mullen. I have for you. So what is emerging? We have arts and crafts. I love is, you know, you're thinking about cooking and using everybody's recipes. Well, this is the card of taking what you have and putting it together in a way that is pleasing for you.
Wow.
And I'm going to read this. It says, nothing exists without the essence of spirit. May it be the whispers or chants. Your energy is what brings life to all that you create.
Wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
How do you burn brightly, Kaylee? With the 9 of Wands, you take the leadership and you lead the gang. Look how this person here is not on their own fighting behind a palisade of things. This is a chieftain. This is somebody who knows what they're on about and has the support of people around them. And they are going to do the right thing, regardless of what other people may think about them. And they are going to stand up for what they believe in. And you are going to have such wonderful support by that one. So stay true to yourself and go with your gut reactions, your gut intuition, and lead those people, because you're going to be a powerful force.
Yeah.
Doesn't it look like, Ritchie, when you look at your card and Chris's, doesn't it look like that person has just turned around and walked away into your card?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I think there's a real connection there. It's like, don't follow somebody else's playbook. Do what you know is right. You're right in the playbook, you know?
You be the leader.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
darlings, I just need to step out for a short minute. So if you can hang on. How do I do that? Can I switch my camera off temporarily?
Yes, at the bottom. Stop cam.
I shall be back shortly.
Okay, we won't talk about him.
He doesn't have a nice profile like you.
Yeah, no, he doesn't. He needs to do that. We can tell him how to do that the next time. So
we could draw one for him or something like that.
We can try. Well, you know, I wonder if there is an artist that could help him with that. Do you think? Does he know any
artists in artwork and computer design and things like that?
Yeah. So I've moved everybody around. So Ritchie, next Friday we are doing Lunar New Year on your channel.
The dragon.
Yes, the wood dragon, no less.
Is it a wood dragon? I wasn't sure which element it was. So I have to do my research this week for this one, which invariably means I just look on Wikipedia. But no, we've had some wonderful conversations that have come out about it. Yes. So yes, we're celebrating the new lunar year with the dragon. And I got a good vibe about this one. I feel the dragon year is going to be good.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And by the way, Nancy of Crohn's Intuition is watching and enjoying this so much.
Oh, fabulous.
This is wonderful. And Joanne would love a reading. Wow. So, and I have seen Joanne. So what needs clearing out? Okay, this is a duplicate card in this position.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
8 of Swords. I'm going to probably say this with the same amount of sass that I did to, I think it was Joanne. Get rid of the way you think about yourself. Stop that bad thinking and stop that bad talk. Quit it. Stop it now. I'm saying this with love and all sorts of support, but stop. You have
Because, sorry, I thought you finished.
Go.
Because when you have stopped doing that, you become the Empress.
Woo!
There it is. So, what's emerging? Not only is nature coming back into its fore after the winter rest, but so are you. This is the bounteous Earth Mother. This is the person that whatever they touch, people listen to, and you can perfect. So this is a wonderful season that is coming your way with the Empress card. You've got so much gold on this, and there's so much greenery and plant life. You're coming into your own, Joanne. Go out in nature. Start, if you do gardening or whatever natural skills or natural hobbies you have, start using them and get out there. People are going to be enthused by your energy once you're out there. So wonderful.
You're going to love this.
Oh, man.
I've drawn Hecate Cathonia. So this is the aspect of Hecate of the earth. She erupts out of the earth in fiery glory, but she is as rock solid as a mountain. So how do I burn brightly? Just step into your power, girl. And yeah, hold your own, step into your power, burn brightly. But yeah, you're unshakable. Wonderful.
Message couldn't be clearer, could it?
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Thanks, Joanne. And Bobby.
Oh, it's Bobby.
Hi,
Bobby
Bobby.
is next. And
another one of my friends who dares to trust me to read for him.
Okay. Let me move. Oh, and look at Bobby's symbol.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we are going to stick with this, especially for Bobby.
And Minerva, are you still here?
Is Minerva still here?
This is my Minerva, my mini.
Oh,
so popped in late, and I'm like on, anyhow. Okay, so
what have you got?
I've got the death card.
Oh,
but it's here. The close. Death.
Yeah.
It's close, and this is a beautiful card because you've got all sorts going on here. You haven't got that usual death on a horse with all the characters. You've got a baby, you've got a heron, you've got a barn owl. There's a lovely calmness to this. So what needs clearing out? There is a closure and there is a rebirth. And the rebirth can't come around until the closure is done.
Yeah. Well, I have drawn what's emerging. I've drawn the Pharmakeia card. This is the card of knowledge. And I think for Bobby at the moment, this is actually really, really pertinent because as you're at the turning point that you're at, I think this is about awakening, but it's also about, I think for you, this is a magical awakening. And this is where your knowledge comes into its own, but it's also where you step into new knowledge. You step into previously locked secrets. This card symbolically is all about the knowledge of herbs and roots and potions and tinctures. You've got we Ken wanted this sort of ghosting and overlaying of manuscripts, and we've got this wonderful magical treatise with the mandrake. And yeah, I think what's emerging, a new path, which is going to go quite a bit deeper, I think. And I think with the circumstances of what's happened over the last week or so, probably we're talking blessing in disguise, which is going to lead to something greater that's been unforeseen. So knowledge.
And how do you burn brightly? You learn to balance the things.
Wow.
And I'm going to say, Bobby, this is one of those things. I'm going to say you need to start bringing spirituality into the mundane things and mundane into the spirituality. You need to figure out how to make washing the dishes a spiritual experience, how to elevate that. So you burn brightly by keeping that balance.
There we go.
So there you go. Thank you, Bobby.
Thank you.
Ooh, I just got hang on.
Marina, Heart Center here.
Bobby just pinged and he said, "Damn it, you made me cry."
Oh,
Aww.
blessings to you.
Yes, yes. And wow, okay, so that is that's it. I don't see my friend Minerva Thompson still here, because if Minerva was here, we would squeeze in one more. But there have been some wonderful, I mean, this has been great. Holy crap.
Yeah.
I think, I'll say it. I think the three of us read really well together. I mean,
I love this. I've loved every minute. I've got fan envy, darlings. All I can do is be a smart ass and just do this. And
yeah,
waft myself with the goddess, you know?
Oh my gosh. Yes. So there have been a couple of comments, and Barbara Ruth said earlier, really enjoying these amazing readings from you all guys. I've already subscribed to Lovely Ritchie, but have also subscribed to and liked Gerald's and Chris's channels as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
And here you go. This is the quintessential reading. Every message gives chills, saving for later looping. The power is tangible.
Lovely.
It's lovely.
And Diana, oil painter, goddess Diana, or Wonder Woman. This is a great message for all of us. Stop beating yourself up.
Yeah.
And Books shared the message of for the day, said a dozen different ways. Also potent. Let go, shake it off, and move into your power.
Yeah, very much so.
So, and yeah, love anything that bring magic to doing the dishes. So,
and you said earlier on about Candy's video about what you can do. That's exactly what she was talking about. You don't have to have a massive ritual and a big organized celebration for Imbolc. You just put the energy that you can into the most mundane things if you can, because that's still magical and celebratory.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so, Chris, within the next couple of weeks or couple of days, you should be getting your copies.
Yeah, we should be getting actual copies. So I will let you know when I do, and then hopefully I'll be able to show everyone. I mean, I've not seen a physical copy yet, but I've got all of the PDFs of the packaging and the card presentation on my computer, and I'm so thrilled with what Los Scarabeo have done. It's the one, and I mean, I've been lucky every time I've had a deck published. Thankfully, the design team and the sales team have done a great job of the packaging and the presentation. But even Ken said the same thing. This is the only time for me, and thankfully, with it being Ken's first publication, this is the one and only time where everything that they did is exactly 100% what we wanted and what we hoped for, and better. So I couldn't be happier. I'm just so looking forward to seeing this deck out there. You know,
that's beautiful. And I actually, it's interesting. I was refreshing my altar, my main working altar, which has a statuary of Hecate on it. So I was just like, good, but
yeah. And, see, this has been very special for me because this was my journey to Hecate. This was my journey into the realm of the goddess. And, you know, when Ken approached me, initially, I was kind of quite dismissive because it was actually, you know, he approached me through a mutual friend, and it was like, oh, here we go again. It's like, I've got this lovely idea for a deck. And, you know, and then, of course, when he contacted me, I mean, one, he really had done his homework and he'd scripted this out to the last detail. But I just knew it was something I had to do because it was taking me into completely new territory. And what a journey. That was my encounter with the goddess, and that's kind of just opened a whole new spiritual path for me as well. So this is a precious project, and I hope when it comes out that everyone enjoys it as much as we did creating it, because it was something very personal for both of us. So
I love it.
That's so nice to hear. So
And I hope I can weasel the two of you to come on for a deck casual conversation. You've already done all sorts of those things. However, maybe if you remember us little people, Chris.
Oh, don't. Yeah. Oh, you're not exactly little people. You're giants. Yeah, we'd love to.
I am. I have tiny hands. I can't help it. And
delicate hands, darling.
So delicate hands. And I apologize to Jamie, who So anyhow, Ritchie, any last minute words?
No, I've just been really enjoying this evening, and it feels like it's been ages since we've done readings. So it's lovely energy, and it all seemed perfect readings for this time of year. Sort of, let's get started, put down what it doesn't serve you anymore, and start and there was no massive surprises for what we for this time of year. And the cards, the energy was very gentle, which is what this time of the year is about too. So it's been a joy.
Yeah. And Tom says delicate hands make the stash look longer. So, and by the way, Tom is going to be on my channel. We are going to be doing sometime. I have to schedule it. Tom encouraged me to do it, the Terra Volatile.
Oh, that looks interesting. I've never even seen that before.
And so something will be scheduled probably in March, because that's that.
That looks gorgeous.
So yes. Okay. Thank you everyone for watching. If you've made it this far, I appreciate you. We appreciate you. You are doing all of the YouTube-y things, as Hershey says. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I look forward to actually watching this playback, because I know that there's so much stuff that I missed. So much. So, all right. Thank you all very much. And we will talk about maybe our next effort backstage. Take care. Bye.
Bye.